So what we were saying is regarding the training part. So first thing is they have to undergo a training wherein they'll be like guided on the clinical trial
Yes,
and what will be the responsibility.
absolutely. They
Yeah.
see first in training part, there are two training. First, a general training where you will be learning about the overall process about clinical research.
Okay.
Okay, just like the people like me. Suppose if I go to another organization, so I will go through the general training. So I am already aware of the general training.
Okay.
Okay, but in process training, it is different. It varies. The process varies in in Accenture, the process is different. In TCS, the process is different. So the process training is a part of project training.
Okay.
So the training has two parts. One is general training, another one is process training. After process training, every candidate, fresher, has to go through the assessment whether they have learned the thing correctly or not. If they qualify the assessment, they got the authority to work in the database. Or if they don't qualify, they will get three chances. First,
Okay.
like in first chance, they didn't get the chance, they didn't qualify. In second chance, the same thing happened. So in third chance, HR will contact the fresher and they will tell them, if you are not qualified in this final round of assessment, you will be terminated.
Okay. So that is so strict.
Yes, that is strict. So
Okay.
if the candidate qualifies in the first assessment, they are assigned to particular project with whom they deal with. They deal with seniors. They will have their a particular mentor who will guide them for 1 month or 2 months. 2 months, like
Okay.
how the process is going. What are the things we are doing? Just for example, suppose a clinical research is going on in Bangalore in Satya Sai Hospital. Satya Sai Hospital is a site. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So the data management people or the fresher will check the data of Satya Sai Hospital, whether the data is relevant with the protocol or the guidelines. If there are any discrepant data, they will raise a query in database to check whether this data is accurate or correct. If
Okay.
not, then they will, if they receive the response, based on that, they will document it in the database. So this is the initial part. Just like that, they will working on the various part of data management, like data cleaning activities, where senior will guide them. You will have to do this thing. You will have to do this thing. This is a part of SAS listing, data listing. This is a part of clinical data cleaning tool. Like this file, this by reviewing this listing, you will check the data for Satya Sai Hospital. You have to check each and every criteria. So they don't need to worry about it, because during their mentoring phase, a senior, dedicated senior will be there. For any errors, for any kind of mistakes, their senior will rectify those errors, and they will teach them that this is the error, this is the thing you need to do in future cases.
But this data is essentially what kind of data? Like response of the person to the medicine?
Yeah, response, like what kind of data? Suppose the person, there is a part of that process that they have to go through the BP measurement, blood pressure measurement.
Okay.
Okay, so in protocol, for particular medicine, suppose for Calpol is a medicine for which clinical research is going on. So in protocol is a manual of clinical
Okay.
research. Just like refrigerator or television, you get a manual with that, right? How to
Correct.
use it,
Correct.
what are the
Correct. Correct.
instructions. Just like that, protocol is a manual of clinical research. So in that manual, it is written that to measure a BP measurement will be done only in lying state. But the patient was standing and BP was measured. So it is incorrect data.
Correct.
In that case, in database or in site has documented is BP was measured at standing position. So it is incorrect, right? So
Correct.
first, the data management team or the fresher who is working in data management, they will have to confirm whether the site is responding it correctly or not. For that purpose, they raise a query to the site that please confirm, you are saying that it is the BP measurement was done in standing position, but in protocol it is said we need to check the BP data in lying position. So can you confirm whether it is correct data you have entered or it is an error from your site. So just like that, site confirms the data, and uh, sometimes it takes 1 day or 2 day when they
For them to
respond.
respond.
Yes,
Okay.
when they respond, suppose site has mistakenly documented it as standing, later they change the data to the lying position, so it is correct, it is meeting the guidelines which is mentioned in the protocol, so they close the query. So just like that, this is the part of data management. So in data management, the main concern is that the clinical research data is accurate or not accurate to the data, like
Protocol.
protocol and all the other guidelines. So this is the things the freshers need to check. When they get experience, or when they get chance to grow more, they will get more jobs, they will get more projects, more things. What are critical data, patients adverse event data, they will working on the adverse event data, where they will check the medicines, what are the medicines are given to them, what kind of treatment, if the patient is hospitalized for longer period, so what is the time, like whether it is resolved or not. So these kind of things are like they will be handling, but after some experience. First they are handed with lighter, like not critical data, non-critical data, the data that will not make an impact, so seniors will can rectify those. So after learning these things, after for some experience, they will assign with more critical tasks. So that is the work freshers do. Now I will tell you what are the various designations. Suppose when you join as a fresher, after fresher you will be uh, promoted, auto promoted to the like in a mid-level position, like process as associate, process executive, depends company to
Correct,
company, it
correct.
all depends,
Designations differ, right?
designation depends. But after 5 or 10 years of experience, suppose if you have 5 years of experience, you will be the team lead, you will be leading a particular team with junior associate, mid-level associate, senior associate. After 10 years you will be manager, you will ask all the report to team leads, leads will be accountable for all the data, they will share reports to the manager, manager will share their reports to senior manager, senior manager will share their reports to findings to the general manager, project manager will deal with clients, client heads, they will represent the data to the senior leadership, like directors present in that organization. So this is the hierarchy in this
Okay.
process.
Okay, okay, okay. So yeah, that is now clear. And now, which are the companies like which the freshers should consider? Like,
Yes, yes. So in clinical research domain, see, in clinical research, service-based company, let me give you, let me tell you about this: TCS, Accenture, Cognizant, okay, Genpact. These are service-based company. They only deal with some specific kind of data, like some specific compartments. What are those compartments? What are those sectors or domains? Clinical data management, medical writing, pharmacovigilance, regulatory affairs. Only these 4 or 5 particular compartments or domains they handle. Then clinical research. Who handles the clinical research? For that, clinical research organization. See, there are 2 types of organizations in clinical research. One is service-based organization like Cognizant, TCS. One is clinical research organization like IQVIA, Covance, Syneos, Bioclinica. These kind of organizations are working as a clinical research organization, where data related to clinical research, all the parts, all the compartments are covered in this clinical research organization. But in service-based organization like TCS, Accenture, Cognizant, there are some specific compartments are there. Only few domains are there. Suppose
like
if you
maybe
want
only
to,
clinical
yeah,
trial will be there.
no, clinical trial will be in clinical research organization.
Okay.
In service based, like in TCS, only clinical data management, PV, pharmacovigilance, and medical writing or regulatory affairs will be there. 3 or 4 domains or departments are there. But in clinical research organization, all the departments are there. See, clinical research or clinical trials, there are some activities which is performed in clinical research. Okay. First of all, data related to clinical research is maintained in clinical data management. But how this data is produced, who are checking this data? Clinical research associates or clinical research monitors So what they are doing, they are going to that site, particular site, each and every site to check the data. So it is not possible for TCS or from Accenture to send the particular person to every site to collect the data, to check the data. So CROs are doing that. So CRO are handling all the activities related to clinical research, where TCS, Accenture, Cognizant are handling only like data related part.
Okay, so now this CROs are there. They are like there are more organizations catering only to the CRO, or they are like directly hired by the company.
No, they are directly hired by suppose in some of the cases, clients are approaching to both. Who are the clients? Medicine manufacturers are
correct.
Yes, like Pfizer, AstraZeneca, they Novartis, they are the clients. They are approaching to both CROs and both CDM, both service-based companies. Why? Suppose in CROs, they wanted to hand over all the activities. Like, we are manufacturing the drug, you need to conduct all the trial, you need to collect the data, you need to document the data, you need to check the adverse event, you need to go to regulatory agency. All the activity they wanted from the CRO. So that is why clients are approaching to CRO. Now, when a client is approaching to service-based companies, they just need a helping hand. They wanted that this is service-based company should work on these parts or this compartment. They like Novartis. Let's say Novartis is a company. Novartis is handling their clinical trial. Okay, but they want a helping hand who will check the data. So they handed the data management activity to TCS or Accenture.
Okay.
So just like this, the process is going on. Yeah.
Okay. So now the CROs are what from pharma field, or they are like just anyone can apply to these positions also?
Now, anyone, see, it all depends on the roles and responsibility. As I said, that CRO is handling all the compartments, all the departments.
Okay.
It is not necessary that they will handle for particular client. Like for Novartis, they are handling all the compartments. But for Pfizer, they are handling the pharmacovigilance data only. So it is not always necessary that client will give CRO all the responsibilities. They may give some of the responsibilities to the CRO only. But in service-based company, only some of the compartments or some of the departments are given, because like service-based company don't go for like clinical research or clinical research monitoring part. They don't send their associates to various sites. So it is a part of this job. So they collect all the data from their desktop or from their system only.
Okay. So now after COVID, now that has any research like got more like boost like to grow, or how has it been?
Suppose after the COVID situation, people are working with more effective vaccines. Let me give you an example. When the Covaxin and Covishield was discovered or was introduced to the market, the scientists were sure that, yeah, this will completely destroy the corona vaccine? No, because people were affected with COVID even after getting the dose.
Correct.
So right now also various trials are going on to make a medicine or vaccine that will help to destroy that or to stop the effect of COVID.
Okay.
There are so many trials are going on to determine, see what we are doing. We are doing RT-PCR test to check whether the coronavirus we are affected with COVID or not. But it takes, initially it took 7 days, after that 3 days. Right now we can get the result within a day. Now the scientists are working on a part where just in a 10 to 15 minutes, just like pregnancy kit, they have introduced a corona testing kit. Within a second they got to know whether, so this is how clinical trials are booming. Each and every day scientists are working on the part that they will develop something good.
Correct.
Many companies, many organizations are investing billions of dollars in the research field. Like for cancer, they wanted to, they are continuously working to make a medicine one day that will completely destroy the cancer.
Correct. Because that is now almost a large population is getting affected.
Absolutely.
Correct.
Absolutely. That is why how this clinical research field is booming.
Correct.
It is spreading more. Like in India, there are so many investors in many clients, manufacturer company who are investing their like money to conduct the trials, to check the trials. There are so many sites in India. Even in Bangalore, if I give you an example, there are hundreds of trials. Minimum hundreds of trial is going on for various kind of medicine.
Okay.
Let me give you an example. I have seen in LinkedIn that there are only 40 companies related to clinical research are there in Mumbai only. 40
40.
companies.
Okay. That's a huge number.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think at least the doubts which I had, like a majority of them have been clarified. Now
Yeah.
it is like if you have anything to tell, then maybe we can include that.
Yeah. So I have nothing to tell about, like you have asked very genuine question, and I was very happy to help you, like how to guide you, how I am guiding people.
Correct.
So there are so many things what I have covered. I have like told before that whenever a fresher is applying, they need to work on their patience. They should have the patience, because see, I get many messages that, sir, I have applied for this position, I have applied for this job 3 months back, 4 months back, why I am not getting a response. See, the thing is that there are many competition in this field, especially in the fresher position. Let me give you
Correct.
a report. In each and every years in 2022, from one college, how many students pass out in pharmacy?
Like,
From one college,
yeah,
minimum there are like 100 students. So
correct.
there are hundreds of college in pharmacy college in every area. So
Correct.
you can imagine that there are millions, like millions of students who
Correct.
just passed out this year, and they are looking for an opportunity in clinical research field.
Correct.
Some of them are
That's
going in
absolutely
pharmacist role. So that is why each and every day, like if any job post or any opening is posted in job sites or in long LinkedIn, in each and every day, like thousands of applications are
correct.
like they are getting, HRs are getting. So how they will sort out? They are humans only. It
Correct.
takes time to sort out the candidates,
Correct.
but it is your capability, how you prepared your resume, what are the skills you have learned. If you include clinical research, or suppose you wanted to apply in clinical research area or clinical data management pharmacovigilance area, you have prepared your resume, you have added your skills in like clinical research, CDM. I have seen many resume where people,
Correct. You
freshers,
need
have
to do that.
included that clinical research, pharmacovigilance. I ask them, what do you know about clinical research? They tell me basic. Then why you have written this?
Correct.
You have written this, that means you are master in this.
Correct.
You should write that, have basic knowledge of clinical research,
Correct.
basic knowledge of pharmacovigilance skills. That is the thing. Whenever you are adding any skill in your resume, that means you are skilled for that.
Correct.
So that is the thing. People should work on their resume. People should work on, whenever they are applying for any position, it is always good to know about the job role. No need to learn in detail. Need just learn about the basic thing. That is all I wanted to say to freshers, and that
Correct.
was all from my end, Aditi.
And one more thing is that if they are freshers, then maybe they can start bit early, because
Yes,
they approximately know when their exams will be ending, so they can
yes,
start applying, because at
yes. They
least
can
it
start
takes
applying.
like 3 months to get into like big
Absolutely.
organizations, like
I always prefer people who are like, right now they are their last year, they are studying in their last year, there are 6 months pending. Even so many freshers are hired in some of the
correct.
organization before they pass out.
Correct.
So the organization give them the tenure that after this time you can submit your certificate to us.
Yes. Correct.
Like it is a kind of declaration that I am
Yeah.
declaring as a candidate, I am declaring that within these days, 40 days, I will submit my master certificate or B Farm certificate. So
Correct.
this thing,
That is
organization is
acceptable.
also,
Yeah.
yes,
Correct.
yes,
It's
also
acceptable.
accepting that. Yes.
Correct.
So they are eligible, they can apply, and I would suggest they should apply.
Correct. because then the last moment hustle also goes, because then it creates a lot of pressure, like going into
Exactly.
any stream, like whichever they get, because then no
Yes.
one wants to sit at home also.
Yes.
Correct. So that's a
Absolutely.
problem. Yeah, yeah. Thank you. And
Yeah.
you can tell maybe more about your group so that people can know more about it.
Yes, yes. See, first of all, I have started this group like in WhatsApp, but the main problem is that every group was full and WhatsApp have only 257 people's
Correct.
capacity.
Correct.
So later, after creating 4 groups, it is very hard to post job in various group forwarding that. So I have created a group in Telegram where approximately there are 800 or 900 people are there. WhatsApp, in WhatsApp also they are present, you are also present.
Yes, correct.
So I get updates from many people, like personally each and every day I get 5 to 10 pings related to some good news, like they got an opportunity, they got a job, they got multiple offers related to various queries that what they should do. Suppose they have an interview, they are asking me, sir, what should I prepare, tomorrow is my interview, how should I prepare, what should I do? So this kind of question, each and every day I get a question and I try to resolve as much as possible. And regarding this group, in my group I usually post job related to healthcare, just like clinical research, pharma, medical writing,
Correct.
biostat,
Correct.
SAS. So even in this group I am guiding people that what is the good for like your career. I'm awareing people from frauds, like what who are the frauds, how people are doing fraudulence by giving them like confirmation that they will get hired if they pay that much amount of money.
Correct.
So awareness kind of thing, job updates, guiding people, these kind of things I am doing in my group. And to be frank, Aditi, that I have seen, even I was in a part, I was involved in various part, I was in a group in my initial days, like in 2016-17 I have started, so I have joined some of the group. But what I have seen that in my group, the chances of people are getting hired is very high. Like in past 2 months there are more than 70 people who got placed
Correct. Correct.
from my group. I got in LinkedIn, in WhatsApp, I got so many messages from people thanking me. I just wanted to tell them, don't thank me. Whenever you get an opportunity to help people, just just guide them how you achieve that position. That is efficient, like from me.
Correct. Correct. Correct.
That will be my Guru
Yes,
Dakshina. That
actually,
is
I
also
think
my,
that is the
yeah.
approach if people have, then
Yes,
majority of problems in life would like get sorted just like that by helping them.
absolutely.
Correct.
Absolutely
Correct.
that.
And
Yes.
can you tell me, like, if like person has like around 3 or 4 years experience in
Hmm.
manufacturing section, like
Hmm.
maybe
Hmm. Hmm.
production, QA,
Hmm.
QC, and can they
Hmm.
apply to these roles or will they be hired as a fresher?
Yeah, it all depends on the organization. Suppose it all depends on the management, whether they would like to consider your experience or they would like to hire you as a fresher. Some people may find this as a irrelevant for your job profile.
Correct. Correct.
In clinical research, see, you have a knowledge when you are working in a QA or QC or in the manufacturing part. Some of the organization consider this experience, some of the organization may not consider this. So it is always good to inform them before any interview and ask them, sir, whether my experience will be considered or not. So based on that, you will be like, it your concept will be clear that you can go for the interview or not. So it will save
Correct.
both
Clear your
of your time.
doubts
Yeah.
also regarding that.
Yes,
Because yeah,
absolutely.
correct. That's there. Okay.
So it is always first you need to approach, you should approach, because as I said that some companies are considering that, you should discuss this with HR. There is no harm discussing things. I always tell people, why you fear to ask things
Hmm.
of to HR? It is their responsibility, it is their duty to explain all the thing about like related to the job, related to the profile, related to your salary.
Hmm.
So
Correct.
it is always good to ask things. You are asking the relevant thing. You are going to joining the company. Then why you are facing like you will face the loss?
Correct. 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 And this medical coding is like what kind of coding?
Medical coding, there are many parts. See, to be frank, I don't have much exposure about it, but I have seen that coding related to various disease in clinical data management, also medical coding team is there. So here particularly there are preferred term, adverse event term, like nausea or called as vomiting in some of the places. So coding those type of terms related to the medication, these things are going on in that. It is a part of like data management.
Data management.
So yes, this is also considered in the clinical research area. Even in some of the places, coding is something like medical billing kind of thing. So medical coding has the two different paths. One is related to clinical research, one is related to like billing part of activity. So you have to identify, or you have to know about the role. You will get to know about the role when there is a job opening. Some of the people are looking for certified medical coders. So it is basically for that coding that is involved in the like coding the term, the event, nausea, vomiting, fever. So for that purpose, they are hiring certified people. So for that, you can go for it. They are even giving a good package also. One more thing, Aditi, I would like to say that actually two things I wanted to clarify. People are asking, yesterday I had a conversation with a fresher who was telling me that, sir, where should I join? I got the offer here and I am right now working in this current organization as a medical representative. Okay, so where should I go? So mainly, see, it all depends on you.
Yeah, that's
where
it.
You are comfortable. So I asked them that what is your future, where you wanted to go. He told me I wanted to go to IT. Guys, IT is completely different domain. Clinical research is considered as either BPS or healthcare. Life science, BPS or healthcare. IT is completely different domain. So I have seen that when people have registered in job portals, they are selecting it as a IT and they are not finding the relevant job. Why? Because it is not considered as a IT. It is considered BPS domain. This is the first thing you need to know. Second, I got questions multiple times, sir, do we have any on-site opportunity in this clinical research field or not? Yes, I have seen people who have gone to went to the various client location, but not for longer period. Just not like IT. In IT, people who are working on-site for long time, like for 2 years, for 3 years, but a person who is working in clinical research field who can go to on-site to attend any meeting, to attend any seminar, or to attend that is related to project, to attend any training that is client specific training. So you can go there for 1 month or 2 months, not for longer period. Even I have seen some of the exceptions who are working in client side for some reason, or they get approval for that also, they need proper approval from the higher leadership. So yeah, yes, it is possible to go to the on-site, but not that much. Like in IT sector, you can see many people are going to on-site. But in this field, the chances are very low. So that two things I wanted to clarify in this.
Okay, fine. Yeah. I think, yeah, that was nice talking to you, because even I did not have much idea about this domain. I have only read through the job descriptions or maybe Google few things and learn. But talking to someone who has been is always, yeah, like a good thing. Okay. You have your YouTube channel also, right?
Yes. So I am, yes, in my YouTube channel that is known as Knowledge Stone Career Club. Career Club. So in this YouTube channel, I am posting 3 kind of things. First, subjective topics. Subjective topics. What are those subjective topics? Overview of pharmacovigilance, overview of clinical research, overview of protocol. So all the overview related to healthcare jobs, interview questions and answer. What kind of interview questions I have faced, what of interview questions my managers have asked during the interview while taking the interview of freshers, related to data management, pharmacovigilance, regulatory. I am giving knowledge about subjective things. I am giving knowledge about interview tips. What are the things you should follow? What are the not, how you should sit properly, how you should come here, what are the English things you should say? No, everything is available in YouTube. I am explaining like what you should do to get that job. So this is interview tips I am giving. The last thing I am giving is the corporate updates. What are the various news related to the corporate? You need to know. Even why? Because that kind of questions may be asked by interviewer, that what do you know about that company? So corporate updates, interview tips and tricks, and subjective knowledge. These things I cover in my YouTube channel.
Okay, okay, fine. I think, yeah, that's all from my side. Okay.
Okay.
It was
So
nice.
yeah, it was, thank you, Aditi. And yes, it was nice talking to you too. I really got a chance to discuss all the thing in a broader way. And I guess people will see this, they will implement this knowledge, and they will definitely get a job. And my best of luck to all the job seekers, not only to the freshers,
Correct.
even that will help the mid-level and senior level associates also,
Correct,
who
correct.
are like looking for a job change or looking for a better career.
Correct.
So I hope that will help. And even if you have many questions, any questions related to, not only related to clinical research, if you come across any questions, if you wanted to have a session, once again, I am very much happy to have a discussion with you. So you can reach out to me
Yes,
anytime.
yes,
And
yes,
I am
yes.
also available in LinkedIn. So I'm
Yeah,
always there
yeah.
to help people.
Yes, yes, yes. Yeah.
So
Chalo.
that was all from my
Yeah.
end. So thank you so much,
Yes.
Aditi. So please tag me in where you are posting
Yes,
that.
yes,
And
yes.
so
I'll
if they
surely
have
do.
any question, I will
I was
definitely.
thinking I'll post an article on this thing LinkedIn, because I don't think
Yes.
the whole video will be going there, because it's
Yes,
very
yes,
long,
yes.
like more than an
You
hour.
can, yes, yes, you can edit it and update it as per your
Yeah. So
convenience.
I'll just read through this data, and I'll prepare an
Hmm.
article and upload, because
Okay,
at least that
sure.
will help people.
Absolutely. And if you have any questions, even if you post it, and if people have any question, I will
Yes,
add a
I'll
response.
redirect them to you, because
Okay.
I know only what you have told me and something that
Yes, yes,
I've read. So I don't think
yes.
that is like the right way to guide anyone. So I'll just
Yes, yes.
I'll say talk to you that. Okay, that's not a
Sure, sure. Thank you so much. Yeah,
yeah.
and have a
Chalo.
very happy weekend. Now, it
Yes,
was
happy
nice
weekend.
talking to you.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes. Chalo.
Have a great
Yeah.
rest of the day. Bye bye.
Yes. Bye bye.